Hello, people. G'day, mate. It's Eddie. Cairns, Queensland, Australia. I haven't done this in a while. I've been playing with my iPhone, learning all new tips and tricks and all that stuff, and going to church and flying the drone and all that stuff. So I've been doing all of that. But I see there's some fairly good new content on YouTube and other ones. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do some YouTube scary, just funny, mixed content. That's what I'm about. Very mixed. So let's go to the YouTube. And see if we can find something of interest. I don't pre-do these and pre-record them and pre-do all that stuff. You're seeing it exactly the moment that I see it. So, oh my God, woman. No shame anymore. I mean, look at that. I bet it's nothing like that. I bet that's just skipping the whole segment.
A person parked in a dimly lit area began recording the
So let's see if it's scary.
A woman appeared at the driver's side window, seemingly out of nowhere.
Put a 1 to 10 in the comments of how scary you think it is. Eso me pasó a QFUE something about it. What is going on there?
Making the person uneasy. She stood outside, smiling unnervingly wide, and persistently knocked on the window. A man, equipped with a camera and survival gear, trekked deep into a desolate, snowy forest at night. The snow was thick on the ground, and the only sound was the crunch of his boots.
I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Some fucking screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now!
I wish people wouldn't paint palm trees.
A low, painful scream echoed through the stillness. Initially assuming it was an animal, the man
mostly coconuts. Coconut falls on you, you're dead.
Abdullah
Does this work?
A famous
palm trees. A palm leaf falls on you or on your car. Your car's dented, or you're in the hospital. Thankfully, they usually don't. Coconuts, they can kill you. They can squash a mailbox. A solid steel mailbox, they can squash it. And people just plant them everywhere.
Arabic paranormal investigator entered a decaying, ancient building with his camera rolling.
Remember to subscribe to all the channels that we look at and like them. Whether you like them or not, just like them. Get over there. Gives us more content to watch. The iPhone is so good. I've got the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It is so good. people are like, oh, get rid of the iPhone, go to Samsung, or go to a Droid phone. Not on your life, never. So iPhone have got Face ID. If you want to get into a program, you can hide the program so people don't even see it. They can't access it without Face ID. They've got all these great safety features. Android has nothing. No safety at all. They have a Knox system, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's pretty crap. Because I was getting hammered with people hacking me all the time on the Windows, Microsoft, and on the Samsung products and all that. Always getting hacked. Got the iPhone, nothing. Don't even see them anymore. Smooth, beautiful content. And if they do get in, I can just go lockdown and no one can use the phone. No one. Me, very minimally, but nobody else. And the things you can connect to it, it can be your high quality recording camera, it can be your webcam, it can be your PC, your computer, your Apple Mac, your everything. It's my everything now, except I haven't worked out how to do streaming like this on it. I can stream straight to YouTube from the phone, but not from another screen. I'm sure there's a way, but I haven't figured out what it is. But yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It does have some issues, so I highly recommend watching tips and tricks and hidden features. Watch all of them, watch them right through, and do the ones that you haven't seen. Like the security measures, the screen going dull in bright situations, and being almost you can't almost like you can't even see it. Because that was a big problem for me recently. I went out flying the drone, and because I was in semi-bright sunlight, the phone minimized the display right down to almost black. Almost completely no image at all. In moderately brightness things, not even bright. So I found the setting and stopped that. There's a lot of settings. It's huge. Anyway, back to what we're doing. It's just a bit of rubbish, mate. Why are you focusing on it? Hold on, is that something in the background? Yeah, that's a bit of wind and it does that.
He recorded several odd noises before a plastic bag fell, as though pulled by an unseen force.
Nah. Well, things like that fall down around my house all the time. I don't even touch it. It's got nothing to do with unseen forces. Oh, look, an orb. Nah, it's a piece of dust. Okay, what is he looking at? Are these two dark things in the foreground, or is it something further away?
Later, he captured a dark, shadowy figure peering through a window.
Where's the window? What? Oh, look, the bag's made it back up on the window. I seem to have an animal in it or something.
Toward the end of his exploration, a bottle was thrown into the room, despite no one else being present. A man standing near
Maybe there is something around me.
a roadside forest was struck by eerie, otherworldly screams echoing through the trees. With the atmosphere thick and the source of the sound unknown, he quickly pulled out his phone to document the bizarre projection system and audience in Chicago. This is insane. You guys won't believe your eyes. Take a look. Watch out, guys. Watch out.
It's like a dog found a good place to hide. Plenty of food, nice and cold.
Guys, this is insane. Imagine if you're Richard Kids and this thing just came out lounging. This is wild. What do you guys think about this? Share in the comments. Peace.
A whole wolf hiding behind the cheese is absolutely crazy.
The door is moved away, and Holy Year has begun. Yes.
You know, the first pipe was Jesus' disciple Peter. That was when God said to the people, would you rather be ruled by me, God, or would you rather appoint someone else to rule you? And they appointed Peter, and he became the Pope. God's person on earth, but they don't follow the Bible. So
He's got a hard hat up under that contraption he's got.
I'm gonna put this camcorder down. We're being surrounded by freaking UFOs. Coast Guard.
yeah, it's quite a few ships.
I want to send it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Coming on, they work 7 minutes. I'm gonna put this camcorder down.
We were struggling trying to keep that camcorder still, but yeah, they was out there, those hordes.
I'm struggling because the boat's going jumping over waves going that fast.
He had about 10 of them following back in '94. This isn't nothing new.
That's why you always have someone hold the ladder.
Ouch, that was devastating. I hope they're all right.
Located near the Wyoming-Utah border, the Devil's Slide is a fascinating geological formation that has intrigued travelers for years. It consists of 2 towering limestone slabs, approximately 25 feet apart, standing vertically on a hillside. The name Devil's Slide comes from railway builders, who, upon encountering the structure, believed it continued deep into the ground, imagining that it slid straight into hell itself.
I believe there's definitely some type of structure
Cool, let's go try it out.
underneath, but how big is it remains the question.
That bird doesn't like him. It's probably a bat trying to get through the light. Poor guy can't sing. Must have something against his singing.
That bat did not. That had to be a bat, y'all. You know, bats respond to frequency, so he wasn't feeling that frequency.
He's like, shut up already, shut up.
They said it was a gold telescope. I saw a spyglass.
Hall's Cave, a stunning geological formation located on the Isle of Stafford in Scotland's Inner Hebrides, is known for its hexagonal basalt columns, formed millions of years ago, and its cavernous structure, which resembles a natural cathedral.
Interesting. Some people say that is the root system of a petrified tree.
Could be. Yeah, I've seen, I think it was Exploring with Josh, or some one of them. They went there and explored that whole place, ran all around it, went to the churches, or went to some places of parts that we're not supposed to go, all that kind of thing. It was good. It's a really nice place. But you have to leave at a certain time, otherwise you get stuck with.
Wow, Mount St. Michael. Look at that. Absolutely breathtaking. If you're enjoying this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe.
Hold on, people. What is going on there? Oh, okay. I know what that is. I know what it's doing. Hold on. My old phone's blocking the camera.
Every single day. Now I love to see tomorrow.
How are they still alive with all that ice on it?
Why? What are you guys trying to accomplish here? That is crazy.
Old world technologies, such as bells, which would send out resonant frequencies into the community beyond. So many photos of.
You know, I was watching the other day and I found that if you have mercury and a magnet in a container, you can generate electricity. Full on electricity. Because that's what the ancients did. So they had all their whole towns running off free electricity. Amazing.
Bells being rounded up all over Europe. We're living in a time where we're waking up to what we so recently had.
Organ is a healing machine. That's why it was integral to the construction of ancient Gothic cathedrals, was the centerpiece. Now, around the building, up, down, around, beneath, you had
Do you believe that frequency can heal?
pipes and essentially speakers.
They place these beautiful organs at the base, stained glass windows, which are treated with lead and specific properties. And these, they work like car speakers. They augment the resonance and the sound out into the ether outside. So everyone outside in the community is invigorated, is on a higher state of consciousness, literally being the best they can. And you can see it in the pictures of these people in the day. Everyone is healthy.
Live, authentic pipe organ performance will tell you your bones rattle, your organs start to respond, your hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Sit there and saturate in the healing frequencies yourself. Cathedrals are something beyond just a center for worship. They are healing machines.
Old world technologies
Gives whole new meaning to the word pipe organ.
Perpetual twilight is
Yeah, they keep trying to take them down and stop them from being built.
beneath us. So we have the sun above our head, which is 32 nautical miles in diameter. It spirals in and spirals out, bringing the seasons. Okay, the land beneath us has the black sun, which is stationary and it's 800 nautical miles in diameter, and it's fixed because the astral jet has to come shooting out through that hole, hit the parabolic mirror, and shower down on us.
What?
Before, there used to be trees that light would go shooting through, and that was like a living, breathing astral web that spread out across the earth. And now that's all been chopped down, and we're living in a mining colony. Everybody is working for worthless paper backed by their own stupidity. And now their god is time. Their time is money. You will get to school on time, pay your bills on time. Everything will be done on time. A perpetual twilight is beneath us.
Perpetual twilight is beneath the film. This does resemble a snake. How creepy is that?
I've only heard about the red heifer. It's supposed to be a white buffalo too.
Look at his stance. He's ready. Congratulations on your white buffalo. More glorious than anywhere on the surface. In Ireland, we were more glorious than anywhere on the surface. But our cities were all but destroyed, and our birth rate dwindled. Now there are but a handful of villages that remain. And so we shut the gates with the clavises, locking them to prevent anyone from the surface from entering.
I wish now was to fade away into astral.
This is some game or something. Like Pokemon or something.
The end point of life itself. But every time the gate is open, topsiders come and press in upon Agartha, throwing our peaceful existence into turmoil.
It's a conspiracy theory? I don't think it's anything really to take much notice of. NASA received frequencies. Duh.
Is the same as that turtle shell as well. So if you think about it, there are fractals and cymatics all over our realm at all times, and they're just frequencies. So when we start tuning back in,
Okay. Jerusalem. U.S. Salem. Some pictures. Nothing I'm interested in. Let's get back to what I was watching earlier. Any chance of that? Donald Trump has, I've seen a thing where Donald Trump said, from now on, there are only two genders, male and female. There are no other genders. And we know that. There's no other genders. You've got to be stupid to not know that. There are a lot of sexual preferences and sexual habits, but they're not genders. That was really filmed on camera. What the hell are they?
hello everyone.
Where's a maelstrom? Becoming a maelstrom. Is he creating that, or is that already created? Is he creating that, or is it already created? Flash flooding. Dam must have broke or something. What's a fish say when it hits a wall? Damn. Why don't fish come to cans? Because they don't want to be in cans. Sound of ice cracking. a heavy rainstorm.
I've seen.
We get them up at top of Australia, but it's like the cloud is like an inch off the ground, and there's a big, huge wall of cloud, a really heavy cloud.
An incredible sight. A massive cloud covers Barcelona like a blanket. This video, recorded in 2019, is still one of the most remarkable moments captured that day.
You need to go up to Weeper and capture the video up there.
Incredible archival footage.
No, the last time that the space shuttle flew.
The space shuttle in flight, a symbol of an era when space became closer than ever before.
NASA shut that down because they created a what do you call it? A portal thing, so you can go into it on Earth and come out of it on the moon. So they don't need any shuttles around to get to the moon anymore, because they can just go through this portal thing. Like Stargate, and I was told that by a guy who was in the Navy, and he was a chaplain, and he had that information. Some of the Navy people went through the Stargate type thing and ended up all messed up when they came out. So they were working on how to make it so that they came out fine, and they did, and they took care of that. That's why NASA doesn't really care about going to the moon anymore, because that's all taken care of.
Imagine soaring at that altitude like a bird, taking in the breathtaking views, and then suddenly, while turbulence like that happens more often than you'd think, this guy will definitely never forget that moment, especially with the video to prove it.
Luckily, he's attached to the aircraft. If he wasn't, he would have been off in the thingo then, because the aircraft would have been flying without a pilot. And he would have been dead unless he had a parachute.
Wild cats come face to face with a stranger in the mirror.
Pretty strong mirror.
Check out their incredible reactions, defensive stances, and moments of confusion as these predators explore their reflection. Just another typical evening in Nepal. First time in Nepal.
A rhino walks down the street.
Heavy rain revealed the raw power of nature, causing a landslide and a dangerous mudslide.
All that beautiful land that someone probably could own, does own, or could own, just all going into the water. A camera guy. Oh no, it's not a camera guy. It's the telephone pole. I thought there was a camera guy on the actual island there, on the green.
It's amazing how quickly the landscape can change, turning a firm, unmoving slope into a turbulent disaster.
Oh look, they just got a new river. The water's on fire. No, it's probably lava from a volcano.
How's everybody else doing? The name of this volcano, Kilauea, comes from Hawaiian and translates to spewing or much spreading, which perfectly captures its ongoing activity.
Looks really nice, but we don't want to get too close. Oh, look, one of those wow things. It's got a rope around it. Wow shark, I think they call it.
When a giant of the ocean gets stuck, snorkelers might just be the ones to help.
It's not snorkeling, that's scuba diving. Oh, look at all the fish.
A truly touching and thrilling moment. A lion at Taigan Park hugs tourists like a giant fluffy teddy bear, revealing its kind heart.
Я отсюда переодевалась. Скажи, всем здравствуйте. Скажи, кто хотел снять поближе? Кто хотел снять поближе? Может выйти. Нет, скажи, мы хотим.
He really likes her. Get in the middle of that and lie down. They all do that. Man. Might be good punishment for those who break the law. Hold the camera still, damn it.
We have here is an indigo.
Okay. Must be dead or it's spinning around a body.
Oh, I believe
It's not dead because its tongue's coming out.
it's playing dead. I didn't realize that they had that behavior.
No matter how skillfully this snake plays dead, it can't fool the naturalist. In fact, this defensive strategy is common among many insects and reptiles, and it's known in science as thanatosis. The tactic is designed to lower the predator's guard, allowing the creature to make a quick escape without a scratch when the moment is right.
Not sure what to make of this behavior. Does not seem like a usual behavior. So
That'd be scary for the pilot and the people on board. Wow, listen to that.
A reminder that kindness is a universal language that everyone understands. Lava erupts from the ground, turning everything around into a fiery spectacle. It's both mesmerizing and terrifying at the same time.
It's alright as long as you're not near it.
Knowing this. Oh, don't scratch up my hood. He's climbing up. He's climbing up on the car. I ain't showing off.
No, stop.
What if he scratches my car up?
No, Jesse, they can't.
Let's back up.
Right now. Come on now. You can do it. Come on. Come on now.
An incredibly quick-witted and courageous buddy is cutting a path through the snowdrifts to help his smaller friend escape a snow trap. That's what teamwork is all about.
There he goes.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Alright.
That's a good one, bro.
Justice, you got the framing right?
Gotcha, bro.
Alright,
Last
framing
words?
good? Love you, boys.
See ya.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. See ya.
Brianna, get up in your shit.
2 seconds. 49 and 47. All we need is a 3-pointer. We need someone.
It's after the buzzer. Does it still count?
Ricochet. Ricochet.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, all right.
The puma's set to show who's boss, but the glass stands in the way of its epic victory. The vehicle is in trouble, but the team doesn't give up. It's a challenge not only for the vehicles, but also for the people.
I've probably done that 100 times.
Har aldrig varit så fantastiskt.
It's not as easy as in video games, but this captain has plenty of experience.
It's got to wait for the right wave. To line it up right for the right, wait for the right wave to push you in. No, look, fishy. What are they? Kind of mullet. Wouldn't be mullet. It's supposed to be mullet. It tastes like mullet. I haven't got the wide flat head that much either. Certainly a lot of them.
It seems like this sea creature is just as stunned by the diver and his bravery.
It has a big wide mouth like that, but it only eats plankton. So it's like casting a net with like really, really small fish. Almost microscopic.
Coal blasting is commonly used in mining to extract it more efficiently from the ground. The process is known as blast mining, and here's what it looks like.
And it's that train that goes along the tracks and removes the snow. Yeah, suckerfish doing their cleaning thing. They got a symbiote relationship. They clean the sharks and that sort of thing. so they get a good feed. And the sharks and that don't eat. Remora, I think they call them. Yes, it's rain and lightning, dog.
I recorded it too.
"15 scary videos from Spooks, I think it is. Chills, one of them.
Number 15. The Odyssey Paranormal Society is a Minnesota-based group of ghost hunters who become close after a number of bizarre and scary shared experiences like this one in May of 2015. While conducting a paranormal investigation at a haunted house, a ghost hunter named Sean makes a request for any spirit to make their presence known.
Wherever you can have.
There's lots of orbs or dust flying around there.
That's your amulet. Jesus.
Two orbs float overhead, followed by a loud noise that makes Sean jump. The next month, they get more paranormal evidence that the house is haunted, this time in the basement, when a hideous ghost face appears on a night vision camera in the...
Okay. Tell me what you think that is. Looks like it's got 3 legs, a neck. I'm not sure if that's a face. Looks like a looks like but you can see the thumb and the top of the hand. So someone doing a hand creature coming in from the side. That's what I think it is. Someone's got their hand, how can I show you, like that, and they're making a hand and stuff.
2 a.m. There's also some kind of light anomaly at the very beginning of this video that could be an apparition. Light shouldn't be reflecting off of anything in a dark basement, so this is bizarre. And 5 years later, the Odyssey Paranormal
This guy's hat in the corner.
Society continues to make ghost hunting videos that are beyond creepy. They are exploring the second floor of an
It's pretty normal to me.
abandoned home when they stop for a moment to try and communicate with the other side.
Could you make a noise? Like, that's okay.
So, could you make a noise? Writing a woman screaming. Some person saying but. And you don't hear anything? Next.
It doesn't sound like an animal, and it doesn't sound like passing traffic. This is the voice of a ghostly woman screaming her answer to their question from far away. Number 14.
This car is making its way down the BKE Expressway in Singapore when it manages to catch the split-second image of what could be a paranormal hitchhiker searching for its next ride. The ghostly presence looks too.
It must have so many ghosts around those roads over there. I see so many films.
A human being, and its
It's standing there with its arm out like it's trying to warn you of something.
limbs look too long as well, though I guess this stretched appearance could be an optical illusion from being captured at a high rate of speed. Some people even say it looks like they are floating. I want to hear your opinion, so let me know if you agree.
Is that floating? It's really too blurry to know.
Number 13. We all know dogs can see ghosts, and often they're trying to protect us humans from them. Redditor Spectre Specs Dog did that just one morning. Here's the pup in action. The Redditor notes that the dog kept moving back and forth like he was watching something across the room. The Redditor explains in the comments that they lived here for about a year at this point, and the dog hadn't behaved this way either before or after. They also never had a rodent or bug infestation while there. While I can't say this footage should be taken as foolproof evidence that a ghost is adrift, I tend to believe that animals sense things that we don't, so I'd definitely be suspicious after witnessing this.
Interestingly, this morning I got up, turned my iPhone on, and went onto YouTube. Then I realised that I hadn't turned anything on, so it had no internet. But it was running fine. How do you work that out? The modem was turned off. The mobile internet was turned off, but it was playing YouTube videos. Then I used the laptop, and it was flat and not even plugged in. How cool is that?
Yes. Number 12. Every culture has its own folklore, but the banana tree ghost of Asia is particularly
Banana tree ghost. What?
creepy. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit. We've seen banana tree ghosts in the past, but this one is extra spooky. Alien Angel writes, Ghost Girl crying in a banana tree patch. It is unbelievable what happens towards the end. Traditionally, the ghost hides out in wild banana trees and is with a green complexion, full black hair, and bright red lips. She remains incognito there until full moon drives her out of the darkness, which is when she is made visible at night. Often she is seen standing without touching the ground. Her lower half is represented as not solid, but wispy, like an extension from the trunk of the tree itself. Apart from the tree's fruits being inedible, many don't grow this type of banana tree in their compounds or homes because of their haunted nature. This is also why if you cut a banana,
There's a haunted banana tree? Hmm. Apparently there's different types of bananas around the world. We grow Australian bananas here, and they're good, they're nice. The ladyfingers, there's the normal long banana. Apparently there was a really sweet, beautiful banana overseas but it got commercialized and destroyed. I've never heard of this banana.
From the clump in Thailand, it's seen as a bad omen, while the witch is believed to be for the most part a good witch, even going so far as to offer food to Buddhist monks who pass her by. With this bit of background, take a look at this video. The wailing witch is clearly visible in this banana tree. Her long black hair and light green shirt seen amongst the giant banana leaves. What isn't clear is why she's crying like this. Or is that crying coming from the person viewing the witch? Is it a cry of fear?
Yeah, it sounds like a fear cry.
The viewer doesn't have to be afraid for long, as the witch soon vanishes, flashing up out of the tree and out of sight. While some in the comments say this is surely a witch, others aren't so sure. Redditor Pete318 shares his own personal view, writing, "There are some areas where spirit people congregate, and you can tell these areas by several things you feel when near them. Whether you believe in the haunting of nature or not, this video is proof that there are some things out there that will forever remain a mystery." Number 11. A ghost hunter named Safot Beverly Brox is at the Hill House Manor in Gainesville, Texas. When they get activity on their equipment, the rules of communication are 1 blink for yes and 2 blinks for no, but this spirit presses no many times over when asked if it is an older man.
Well, I just came back.
No, it's a little girl. His partner thinks it must be one of the 2 children spirits known to roam this floor. And when they ask if it wants to play, first it uses the equipment to say no, and then it uses its actual voice. It even answers like a child, waiting until the adult says no before repeating him in a small sad voice.
Are you the little girl who's trying to play Jack? You say yes or no?
Thoughts?
No.
Judging by how she is in no mood to play, I'd say something bad must have happened to them, something that's keeping them trapped with no release forever. Number 10. This poltergeist decided to fix himself a sandwich. Let's see how well he did. Was this poltergeist craving an afternoon snack? We don't have to guess on this
I don't think so, because he opened the cupboard and he dropped a knife, so
one, because the YouTuber notes in his description that this is fake. Still, the clip was, in my opinion, more or less entertaining. Number 9. A man claims that he keeps experiencing paranormal activity in his dining room and nowhere else. He feels unsafe and decides to leave a camera running in the dining room to see what goes on when he's not around. Nothing happens for a while, but then something comes along in the window that looks questionable. This is the zoomed in version. A tiny face appears to peek out at them from the glass panel on the bottom right before darting out of sight. You can't really make out any of its features, but notice how some orbs float by shortly before this happens. It's hard to tell if it's a paranormal creature or just a small animal, but I wouldn't want to be left alone in the house to find out.
looks like nothing to me.
Number 8. Do shadows have a life of their own? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit. Before ever unknown 54's friend captured this strange anomaly on a home security camera. The footage, taken on January 20.
Well, considering the light is really bright, the shadow may be a person that's walked.
2022 at around 11 p.m. shows a strange shadow shift in the kitchen with no known source casting its movements. According to the Redditor, there is no window or skylight in the area. The light source you see on the video is from the kitchen light overhead. This is what the kitchen looks like in the daytime. The Redditor writes, the way the shadow seems to float from above the countertop to the ground is just very strange to me. Some in the comments think a cabinet either fell open or shut, but the Redditor notes that, combined with other unexplained events in the home, this seems suspicious. She writes, they've had various things happen over time. There's been orbs, stuff falling over walls, animals reacting to the noises or visuals, etc. Is this just part of the same paranormal trend? The evidence does seem to be mounting. Number 7. A YouTube channel called Secret Guides puts out this video in 2017, claiming it was video evidence of paranormal poltergeist activity.
What about videos from 2025? Oh, sorry, I'm getting bored with these ones.
Channel. It's me, Vandal. Hope you have an excellent day. Today's video is the compilation of the best videos from December. This is a long one, so make sure you grab something to eat, something to drink, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the videos.
Minutes of wage slavery programmed to move boxes onto a conveyor belt, after which its algorithm decided it didn't like doing repetitive manual labor and immediately proceeded to commit slippy slide, determining it the most logical choice, just completely unaliving itself after only 15 minutes. Is AI really free of human error?
Imagine how regular humans feel.
What the fuck?
Bashing is a
Why do you want a robot that looks like that imitates that? I mean, or is it an actual person, plastic or something? What in the heck?
thing, I tell you. I don't know what that is, like an alien. Oh, it's just paint and plastic.
Reminds me of a Kardashian.
Take a look at what they found in the Grand Canyon. You know the 20-foot tall Grand Canyon people that the wedding couple found earlier this week that scared them away? Well, this is the creature. It is an unidentified creature. It's known to be very violent. It seems that we don't know any more information that it came from an act.
Yeah, it seems really violent. Considering it's not even moving. I don't know.
A UFO.
You sure it's a wild lion? You sure it's not a lion that's been kept and brought up by someone and then got away? People do that, exotic.
Electrifying giants, I definitely think it's a real thing. It's been too many times we've seen too many cliffs or mountains that look just like a giant. All this AI coming out now, it's really hard to tell what's real, what's not real, unfortunately.
This one I thought was interesting. This tree just gets up and moves. There's like a monkey in the tree.
Maybe it's been moved under this
There has to come
passing.
a point when we stop saying things are normal, especially as we catch unidentified, unexplained events on camera. These aren't normal, and we need to question what's going on. The Boeing could
Yeah, I've seen that phenomenon quite a bit. Not sure how or why, but I've seen it quite a bit.
come to Romania, Leonardo Flores, out of Nuevo Leon, Mexico. He was driving down the road when he literally filmed what appears to be a big tree branch floating in thin air. It's not being held up by power lines. It's not staged. It's not a hoax. It's not CGI. It's not AI. It's literally a tree branch floating in the middle of the sky. What causes this? Because this isn't the first time that I've seen something like this. What's the explanation? Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
Tree branch moving or is the car moving? Some. Someone's probably got a drone above it holding it.
Want to say maybe somebody edited out the vehicle it was on, but I don't think that's the case.
Well, why is the meat moving? Look at it. Well, the central nervous system might be gone, but the peripheral nerve endings are still there. And when they cut through them, and they actually are sprinkling salt, which you don't see, but it's the sodium that activates them and causes the muscle to spasm. And this really only happens with really fresh meat, like too fresh. And don't worry, with no oxygen or blood supply, it does not last long.
I've seen a lot of these. Question them. It says when Jesus come back, he'll come back riding on the clouds, but who or what could that be?
So many things in the sky now. I'm about to just not look up.
This is crazy. Look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. Look at it. That's going way too fast. That's not.
Probably US military, because they're getting so much better at making UFOs and that sort of thing.
What's up my camera?
Always remember, we only know about a third of what's going on. And what's out there.
I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was going to believe me. So the camera. Look at this thing. Is she? Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
You can see.
On social media.
Why doesn't anyone say Satan instead of Jesus? Isn't that weird?
Pretty divided about what's going on with the UAPs, and they're trying to downplay us and say drones. You have some people that say that it's nothing but planes. I partially agree with some of it, but there's videos like this to me that proves that that's not the case. So you have a lot of people downplaying it. I think that it's a distraction for what's going on with that CEO that got I think that's what it is personally. I think that the military know exactly what's going on.
Yo,
what is going on with the moon and that y'all see this? What?
You call that the moon? Something there, but there's flashing lights and everything, so last time I looked, the moon didn't have flashing lights.
The moon looking like that, bro? Do y'all see that? Y'all see
There's got to be something in front of the moon.
all those colors just bouncing off the moon like that? If that is the moon, what the hell is this? It's like going inside and look. You see all those colors flashing around it. When has the moon ever done that, bro? And nobody has seen this moon for weeks. Nobody has seen this moon for weeks, and it shows up and it starts doing this.
Yeah, it's obviously not the moon.
What the heck? Y'all see that? It's like something is like hiding within it. Well, yeah, the whole thing. It's like bright and dark at the same time. This shit makes no sense. It's like, yeah.
Hold on. Looks like there might be something here.
Look at this thing. Is she? Jesus Christ. You can see.
On social media pretty divided about what's going on with the UAPs, and they're trying to downplay us and say drones. You have some people that say that it's nothing but planes. I partially agree with some of it, but there's videos like this to me that proves that that's not the case. So you have a lot of people downplaying it. I think that it's a distraction for what's going on with that CEO that got I think that's what it is personally. I think that the military know exactly what's going on.
Now, what do we see there? See, the guy's got one shoe, or is it a hand holding something? And he's got no foot on the other leg. Are my eyes going stupid, or does that look like a hand holding something? Or is it a shoe? Where's his foot? Where's the foot here? Ah, this foot was with that foot. That's why it looked like a hand holding something, because both his feet were together.
Yo, what is going on with the moon and that? Y'all see this? Why is the moon looking like that? Bro, do y'all see that? Y'all see all those colors just bouncing off the moon like that? If that is the moon, what the hell is this? It's like going inside and look. You see all those colors flashing around it? When has the moon ever done that?
Probably a mothership. Probably not the moon at all.
Bro. And nobody has seen this moon for weeks. Nobody has seen this moon for weeks, and that shows up. And it's
That's probably what it is, a moon at the back and then a ship at the front.
doing this.
What the heck? No, see that? It's like there's something is like hiding within it. Well, yeah, the whole thing. It's like bright and dark at the same time. This shit makes no sense. It's like, yeah.
I found out the TikTok thing too. The TikTok was created and owned by America, but the company that was hired to run it is Chinese. So it's American owned, Chinese run. That's why they wanted to shut it down. But now they're looking at making it 100% American owned. So that's where the problem is. She got knocked down and she came back, and then they pulled her into the thing. Is that a dog? Or is that just a garbage bin or something? The blind is doing it. Someone there going. Let's see.
I am gone.
And like always, there's nobody there. The vision's too fast to even see. Swinging lights, doing right things. Chair moving. The vision's so fast I can hardly catch it. Get on the stairs.
Content like this, I mean,
Is someone just pulling that up from the roof? Like on a police system? Or what was that? Because you know fishing line doesn't show up on the camera. That's how they did a lot of the early UFO sightings. The fishing line and hubcaps.
videos like this several times out of the week. It'll be so cool if you hit the sub button and join me on my next video.
China has just created the most terrifying
Yeah, I've seen it.
war weapon that we do not have protection.
Yes, we do. We have whole uniforms. It came out in 87 or something for the army. Full uniform, totally invisible. The only way you can see them is when they move.
A Chinese physicist named Chu has revealed an invisibility blanket capable of making objects and people completely invisible, even to heat-sensing cameras. This breakthrough raises concerns about security. During a demonstration, Chu
I want one so bad.
became invisible behind a rotating panel and stating a haunting phrase that science fiction has now become real. Many fear the technology's efficacy.
Imagine that, eh? Someone's chasing you, you just put the blanket over you and stand still and no one knows. You just run right past. So cool.
potential danger if it falls into the wrong hands.
Oh, very pot invisible. That's why I'm looking up on that.
Made in Jamaica.
This I say, I'm not running a zebra. You know, to come in with
What are we looking at? The monkey or something there? It's like a face or something here. But I don't think it's anything. There's something there. Is that blood? It's a person. See the head, 2 arms, body, lower thing. There's like a blood thing and it just dropped underwater. That red shorts. No, it's material. Okay, what is that? Oh, one of those surveillance balloons that they shot down. Oh, that's a wolf herring. They have scales that are really shiny like that. Looks weird, but it's wolf herring. Or something of that species. Maybe a eel with that same kind of skin. No, it's an eel. And it's got that same kind of skin, really super shiny.
That's why you leave that in the water. And that's why I don't ever get in deep water.
The dogs on Bobby Snake are insane. I'm sure you've heard that we have a lot of stuff going on. Some of that a lot of stuff is the Pope opening the 5 rituals in doorways or whatever he wants to call it. But does this look familiar to you? I'm not going to put it on here, but this is the sigil of Lucifer. Go Google it if you dare. Here are the coordinates for the portals that they say they're going to open. Why are they opening the portals? Why is it shaped like Lucifer's sigil? And why is it going on while everything else is going on? We have these things in the sky right now. It's like the veil is so.
That's an interesting drone. It's a drone because there's the propellers, there's the arms, there's the body, there's the feet that are on, and this is some kind of probably 3D printed top piece with wings.
then we can see things that are happening in the air. But what are these things? Last night I showed an example of how some of these things were angels. Fallen angels, normal angels, obviously demons. But this right here was a clip that the news itself used. What do you know about this? Again, it looks just like a star. An out-of-focus star captured by a telescope looks just like this. What does the Bible infer that stars are many times? Angels, fallen angels.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just hate seeing the same thing.
Like a star?
You mean through email. So it's supposed to be a mosquito, but there's some type of small creature or bug or whatever parasite on this mosquito. I have no idea what this could be, so let's take a look. And shout out to the person who sent it. If you have a video that you think would be interesting enough and you want to share on the channel, make sure you send it to vandalthon@gmail.com.
Some mites. They all mites have a big body, like a tick. They have big bodies, small heads, and legs right at the front there. So it's a mite of some kind.
Address. Once I get back to my car, I'm calling for backup, an investigator, forensics, and a priest. Now, I am fully aware that here in America, you are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Either
Nah, don't believe that. It's bullshit. You're innocent until you're guilty until proven innocent. Nobody goes to court if they're innocent or jail.
judge or jury, whichever.
You're presumed guilty straight away. Then you have to prove your innocence. If you were presumed innocent, you wouldn't even be arrested. You wouldn't even be questioned. You ever think about that?
The one you choose. And I also believe that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But I believe there are exceptions to every rule. Guilty. Spoiler alert, you know what they're going to find when they get in that house? That's the most terrifying shit I've seen in a long time. The only thing this video is really missing is Lester Holt narrating it. I can't wait to see this episode of Dateline. It's going to be lit. You know, I'm always the first one to say, let's keep an open mind, give her a chance. But after she said, nope, guilty, she opened that door up like she was just waiting for her next DoorDash victim to arrive. Looked like the kind of person that would open the door and be like, do you like basements? No, thank you. There's a
Look like Baba Yaga, if you know the mythology of that witch, I guess.
Pixar movie that predicted the United Healthcare system. What? Yeah, a Pixar movie, bro. Way off.
Also, I saw a Simpson episode, right? Now, the rich people's 1% to the 5% have always had a goal. And their goal was to take over and rule the world. To be the bosses, right? To control everyone who doesn't have money, who's poor, is not insanely rich, right? So I saw a Simpsons episode where Donald Trump stands up and says, no more tax. He gets rid of tax altogether, right? So that sounds like a great thing, except tax pays for all the government services, it pays for retiring the roads, it pays for electricity, the things to carry your electricity to your home, it pays for all of that. So without all of that, the world goes to crap, and the only people that can live are the rich. So I can see them doing that, because that achieves their goal, hopefully it won't happen, but you see Donald Trump going, oh, we're getting rid of tax altogether. Save every penny. Don't spend a thing. Spend the absolute minimum because you're going to need it. Or move out to the bush somewhere. Out in the bush, you don't need money. Don't need keys. Don't need cars. Don't need anything. Well, you might need a car for shelter and all that sort of stuff. And if you know bushcraft, you can get the food from the bush, like fishing and stuff and hunting. So you can live on the bush, not have any money, not need anything. So either that or get extremely rich extremely fast.
What do we all want? Oh, what's the one? Bruno? No, oh, yeah. No, Sam. And the main character in the movie was the one denying the healthcare. Woo, check this shit out. Yo, maybe Inside Out. No. Toy Story. No. Alright, it's too much. The Incredibles. Watch this. Watch this. You remember this scene where he was working in an office job and he was working under a boss? Remember? Yeah. Listen. Are you saying we shouldn't help our customers? The law requires that I answer no. We're supposed to help people. We're supposed to help our people, starting with our stockholders, Bob. We're helping them out, huh? Watch it. Denying the healthcare. Yo. Denying the claim. I'm sorry, Mrs. Logan, but our liability is spelled out. Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, people that. Yeah, so it was all predicted in the future, bro. Wow. It was all predicted. But that was.
Yeah, actually, it's the past as well. The past and the now, because insurance companies never like paying out. As soon as the fire started overseas, the insurance companies, the first thing they did was close down and left. Everyone who was with those companies, they put in millions of dollars over the years, gone. No money. They just closed down and took all the money with them.
Like a side scene too, like obviously and that was in that's incredible. But we didn't back it as kids. Now that we're adults, now we see the evil that is, right? Yeah. Now check this out, right? It's like there's more of those movies that have those little instances where they're just trying to leak out more info. We're trying to spill out a message.
Is it really a leak if it's the normal thing that's happening anyway?
About what's going on in society, but it's hidden and packaged differently. Yeah. Packaged differently in these films. One of them being right beside it is A Bug's Life. Bug's Life. Check this out. So in Bug's Life, right? There was the grasshoppers that were controlling everyone, and they had all the other insects, all the ants. Yeah, had to work for them. Remember? Yeah. Check this out. Bug's Life. All of the kids were. Hey, you let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. Crazy. I don't even remember that. I don't remember. And that's all of the kids' films, though, but we didn't realize it.
I remember that very vividly when I was younger, because it made me think about.
I was already pretty old when that came out.
How the world was back then. And I don't remember that. I remember the incredible ones, but I guess I forgot about it until I saw the scene.
What is that? Is that a person in the tube, or is that? I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. Is that person up there? Is that the one that is with the person videoing, or is that one of these monsters, or is that someone else completely?
What if the glitch is going on?
That's the skin. No, that's kind of weird.
Put your hand over the thing.
That's a lot of hair. No wonder your drains are fucked up. Seen a microwave do that with eggs, but an oven?
Like
Maybe it's fan forced.
Pac-Man.
Okay, tomato sauce, cucumber things, pickles, cheese, meat. There's only like one bun.
My burger.
Or maybe that thing I thought was meat was actually the other bun. That's real vegan. Is the vegan the one that hates cheese, or is it the other one? I think vegan's the one that hates meat. But they usually lettuce and tomato in there too. Well, they used to be. Well, trash it out.
She's liking it. What is happening?
How did I? What is that? Well, I get close enough so I can see what it is.
These may be the actual groups secretly controlling the world.
I tell you who's controlling the world. The Illuminati, the Masons, the Rockefellers, there's another family.
Circles, and you had your circle of friends. There were 5 circles of friends. America being one of them. Italy, France, Germany, England, America. The 5 circles of friends. They were called in the European Freemasonry the Olympiads. So that today, the Olympiad organization's symbol is 5 circles, the 5 Masonic circles of friends. Other symbols on Freemasonry, the torch, was the Olympic. The torch is the torch of Prometheus, the god of soul fire, from the circles of man, and as a
we said in New York, in front of Rockefeller Plaza, you'll see
Rockefeller.
the statue of Prometheus. In his hand is a flame, the torch, the fire of revolution. On the mercury head dime, at the back of the dime, you'll find the torch of illumination. It's still there today. The Statue of Liberty has the torch. And all universities and colleges we find in their symbols and emblems of universities have torches standing for illumination.
Illuminati.
The Illuminati. As a matter of fact, when you are a graduate from a university, you become an alumni, which is taken from, obviously, Illuminati. Illuminati. You become an Illuminati, you become illuminated.
Only down here, but I don't understand how this works. So this is below, and there's buildings and houses, and there's a bridge. And on this bridge, there's buildings and houses on top. So are there buildings built on the bridge?
Are you mental? The building goes from below to above. It's one building. It's not built on the bridge. It's beside it.
Was a deliberate
I swear people are getting dumber every day.
attempt to wipe out Tartaria from history, hiding their advanced technology and knowledge. During the early 19th century, strange events were reported worldwide. Cities were being dug out from layers of mud and debris. Buildings were being revealed that were covered to their rooftops in mud. A global cataclysmic event buried entire civilizations, erasing them from history. But here is where it gets rather unsettling. The Tartarian Empire, an empire often depicted in old maps, was an advanced civilization that existed across Europe and Asia. They built architectural marvels, had access to advanced technology, and were able to harness energy from the atmosphere.
Who were the Tartarians? The official history is hiding a major world power which existed as late as the 19th century.
So the world normally goes through a system. They start off primitive. They get up to a point where they're extremely advanced. Then there's a big war, and they go back to being primitive. Then they start again. Everything starts again. Everything builds up again. Then there's a big war, and then they go back to the start again. Like World War II. Everything got up. World War II came. Everything got knocked down to primitive. The whole thing reset, rechanged. It's what they call the Great Reset. They do that. That happens every so many years. I don't know exactly because the timeline is hard to visualize. Because like there was the cave dwellers and those that lived in caves and stuff, and they grew to the point where they lived in buildings and houses, and then they were destroyed. And then they went right back to being like cavemen again, and they came back up again to the point where I think we had the medieval times, and then they got destroyed, and then right back to cave times, and then built up again, and all this sort of stuff. So now they're finding that now civilizations were far more advanced. They had far better stuff and far more things than we have now. It's only because they got knocked back to the Stone Age that they changed the narrative. Because they had free power, they had water systems, they had the purest and best water systems, they had cement, cement, concrete type stuff. They had everything, more than what we have now. But then World War II came or World War One or something, came and destroyed all that, reset the whole thing, and now they've made it so that you can't do a thing without money.
Tartary was a country with its own flag, its own government, and its own place on the map. Its territory covered most of the modern world we know today. Yet somehow it was ever so quietly incorporated into Russia and some other countries.
Another Buddha statue. Or some other guy. That's a person obviously buried with their treasures, or worshipped and treasures thrown at them. It's amazing what people worship. I wonder who exactly that was.
Like that would have way more dust on the gold, and I know I wouldn't touch that. Have they not seen movies about things like this? You don't touch that. Yeah, I feel like I have more dust on it personally.
It could be set up. Next thing he discovers things that say anyone who enters here is dead. You will have 7 days to live. Would you take it because they're worshipping some dead guy? Or a stone statue that looks like a dead guy? Or would you not take it because of curses and spiritual attachments and stuff like that? Which way would you go?
The CIA has been putting toppings on your pizza and is one of the sole reasons that Domino's has a 3-cheese pizza. You see, back in the day, the dairy industry was not doing good. Prices inflated like crazy. No one could afford to buy dairy, and the farmers were going absolutely bankrupt. What did the government do? They bought literally all of the cheese. They bought all of it. Now, behind me is one of the cheese caves. They bought so much cheese that they had to convert old limestone mines into caves to store all of this cheese, refrigerated, all kinds of things, but they filled all of the caves up. They didn't know what to do with the cheese, and they decided, we're just going to keep buying it. And it came government cheese, something you probably haven't heard of, but I bet money that your parents have. See, Reagan was really big on giving this cheese out, not only because they kind of had to, they didn't have anything else to do with it, but it was also a good way to help people. Hey, we have cheese that's old and moldy. Let's give it to the population. Now, like I said, they have 1.4 billion pounds of cheese, which is a lot, and understanding the difference between a million and a billion is already hard to perceive, so let me educate you on how much cheese this actually is. Now, like I said, 1.4 billion pounds of cheese with a B. A million seconds ago was 11 days ago. A billion seconds ago was 33 years ago. It is such an astronomical difference. Now, lucky for you, I used to be a freight broker, so I understand logistics pretty well. Each semi-truck can hold 44,000 pounds of goods before it is legally overweight. So each one can hold 44,000 pounds of cheese. And dividing that by 1.4 billion nets you 272,000 trucks to fill up these cheesecakes, and they didn't stop buying it after that. They kept buying cheese. Over 250,000 trucks delivered. That's insane. That's almost 2 semi-trucks per person in Long Beach. Long Beach is huge and has tons of people in it. There is so much cheese that the government has that they're just holding out on
That's cheesy.
us. It is bizarre. I mean, I have to give a big shout out to the CIA and the government for doing all this weird shit in the past because it is what fuels my content. That this is something so far beyond anything I could have thought of. That is fucking weird. Now, Reagan was a big part in creating government subsidiaries to help off this cheese. One of the people they did it to was Domino's. See, Domino's was not doing very good. The government gave them $12 million to start marketing their 3 cheese pizzas and other things related to it. And by 2010, they had a 6-cheese pizza with 2 additional pizzas in the crust that was financed by the government via a $12 million marketing campaign. But you see, the problem didn't end here. People do not consume dairy like they used to. Skim milk became very popular. That's where you skim the fat off the milk, and they're left with all this milk fat, which, guess what? The government bought it and started making it into more cheese. What the fuck is their obsession with cheese? I am in a rabbit hole about cheese storage in the government. I don't know. Now, with about a third of the U.S. population being lactose intolerant and way less of them consuming dairy on a regular basis, you'd think they stopped producing as much dairy. Well, you're wrong. They started producing way more dairy. Guess who bought it? The government bought it. What the fuck? I know this is way shorter and way different than my normal videos, but I don't know why. I have a passion behind this, and they're fucking cheese. This is infatuating. I don't know why, but I love you guys all, and thank you.
Man, look at that snake, eh? That's a big snake. Just looking for rats and stuff like that, obviously. They must have some mice and rats in their place.
Have you heard of the 80-year theory? Basically, there's this theory that every 80 years, there's a crucial change that ultimately changes humanity. We're coming up on 2024. 80 years ago was 1944. Oh, geez. World War II. 80 years before 1944, 1864 was the Civil War. 80 years before that was 1784, which was the end of the Revolution.
There you go. But every 80 years, something happens that changes society.
War and America becoming the United States. And so he's like, what's going to happen in 2024? If we're sticking to this 80-year theory. But he brought up like AI and stuff. He's like, AI didn't exist.
There's so much. That's got to be the most drastic change out of all the 80s. I just saw on TikTok, there's this girl who's like an orthodontist or something, and she's pretty popular on TikTok. She's verified and everything. She just saw a video of somebody having a product for oral care, and it's her at the bottom. What? Using her voice and her face and her body and everything to endorse that product. What? How is this? Yeah. How is this
Deep fake.
legal?
That's what I'm saying. With permission.
Yeah, it's wild. And so it's going to get so much worse. And there's no way of stopping it unless you have a full shutdown right now.
It's too late. AI is in everything.
You're not going to be able to stop it.
Yeah, I don't know how they would stop AI unless they heavily regulate it. It's a website called HeyGen that pretty much allows you to take your own avatar and make it talk. So I
Could do more than that.
I personally can tell the difference because it lacks emotion in his voice. But if you had a monotone voice like I do and was just sitting here like this, or maybe it was on TikTok, you might be able to get away with it, making people believe it is real. But I've seen a few YouTube channels that's like that, and I can immediately tell that it's agent. So I find AI and tools like that very fascinating because I'm heavily into.
I had a look at HeyGen, but yeah, not for me.
Tech. I go to school for software engineering, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go to school for it, so I can learn more about AI and potentially robotics. That always just fascinated me. I used to work in robotics, so.
There's a great difference between the top of the world.
I've always dreamed of working in robotics, but yeah.
To the bottom of the world. And there is. Now, the North Pole is the center of an ocean 10,000 feet deep. The South Pole is the center of a plateau 10,000 feet high. The North Polar Sea is surrounded by continents slightly frozen. The Antarctic continent is surrounded by a belt of ice, frozen seas, and at least 1,200 miles thick. Now, the South is a plateau. It gets in some places 14,000 feet up. Then over areas about 13,000. And it's a little bit chilly up there. So there's that big difference between the top and bottom of the world. I don't think the North really isn't very cold up there on the Arctic Ocean. That's a great joke. I don't very often hear it said that young Americans now aren't as hardy as their forefathers. Do you think that Americans do measure up to the standards, the physical standards and morale standards of the past?
People these days don't. They don't measure up to any. They're weak little fairies.
I do. I don't believe that. I think they're just funny. Well, what would you say was the most valuable factor on expedition? Is it morale, or physical courage, or is it sheer equipment? Well, I've always thought that loyalty was by far the most important thing. The British told me that when I first went down the Pine, I couldn't possibly get through the winter night without a mutiny if I took more than 20 men. But to serve science, I had to take 42 men. Then I took 56 the next time, and so on. So, and I did find that loyalty was the most important thing during the winter night when it's very hard on your nerves. I think that's the fact. That's a very valuable characteristic in town. Thank you very much, Admiral Bird.
They don't want you to know why some cats have slit eyes.
Check this out, y'all.
They're slitted pupils. Do you know how rare that is in the animal kingdom?
I think all cats have slit eyes. Domestic cats. Wild cat. Possibly if a wild cat is in a cage for a long time, maybe.
Lions do not have slitted pupils. They're round just like ours. Tigers don't have slitted pupils either. Nor do jaguars. Now this is kind of a weird thing because I kind of thought that a domesticated house cat came from a big cat at some point down the line. But if they don't have slitted pupils like a house cat does, then what does have slitted pupils? Reptiles. Snakes and alligators have slitted pupils. Not any other cat. Now, in many cultures, ancient reptiles were considered to be kind of a trippy creature that had other abilities and sense. The other thing that's weird is that cats hiss like a snake, and they have slitted pupils like a reptile. They also love to eat mice. That's two snakes. Now, we've all watched the ancient Egyptians slaughter cats. Cats also have medial glands. And you notice that cats will do that thing where they'll look at our human What seems to be nothing. It is believed that their eyes enable them to see outside of the visible light spectrum that me and you are bound by. Now, it's not known how a cat has half the attributes of a lion and half the attributes of a snake, but perhaps some genetic tinkering went on.
They're weird, y'all. What happens in the dark must come to the light. What do you know about the petrified forest in Arizona? Oh my days. So check it. They say what caused the petrified forest is that it grew over 200 million years ago near waterways. During floods, water forced the trees to be pulled up from the ground. Over time, the wood from the trees became petrified. So let's take a closer look. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? That was more than petrified. That was crystallized or turned into some type of water. So let me ask you a question. If this has been naturally petrified, who caught the wood which has been turned into stone, into small pieces? And you know what's funny? Everybody's looking in the front, but nobody's looking in the background. At the giant tree stumps. Now I want you to compare these pictures. This is Arizona. This is a mining site. Arizona. This is a mining site. And again, Arizona. And again, this is a mining site. So basically, what I'm trying to say is sometime in the past, somebody cut down these trees with advanced technology. You don't understand. That was mining for resource.
Probably cut them down when they thought they know it's still wood and mined the areas for resources, and they became petrified.
The question is,
That's a good
Probably ancient people of that place.
point. It looked like it was man-made. But,
Nothing unusual until you turn your headlights on.
I'm just trying to cut sponges.
Why are you cutting sponges?
And they will not. Look, it's Matt.
Yo, I may be immature for this, but why did this crack us up for an entire day?
Yeah, carrots do grow like that naturally because they push their roots down into the ground, and if there's something in the way, the root will move around it, and they produce other roots, which may produce that kind of form. You don't see that in the shop because they throw them out. Also, tomatoes get like a thumbnail. You don't see that in the shop because they don't. They chuck them out.
I'm gonna make Thanksgiving dinner. Look at
no fucking joke.
The lad is walking away. Doesn't want to do the job. So we would have freezing. They're rubbish or birds.
Y'all, if the top of the pot starts spinning, what that mean? Like what I'm supposed to do at this point?
Cool basket, bro.
Watch me. Oh, I'm tripping. What the fuck?
The following video is terrifying. Something is drawing this man into the woods. Now, he's about 150 yards in. His home is directly behind him. He's in a remote area in the mountains. This situation has happened before. He said he's heard a people crying, and that's what pulled him into the woods. Well, this time around, there's children. Again, it's a remote area in the mountains. There's nobody out here. There shouldn't be anybody out here with him, much less children playing. But
anyway, people, time's up. Gotta go. So I'll catch you next